earlier this week, something like news dropped, a record was broken that I didn't even know was a record. Because it is not the world in which I live. Madden ratings came out, and Aaron Donald became the only player in Madden/NFL history to achieve a perfect 99 rating for, I believe it is it's either 7 or 8, I think it's 7 consecutive years, surpassing or breaking the tie that he held with Peyton Manning. I don't know the accuracy, but I know it is a big deal to players. Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings, was given a 99, and he retweeted it and said, because there is no 100.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, somebody who does know, Mike Straw from Insider Gaming, joins us on the Adam Gold Show. I said to Victoria, I have no clue whether or not these things are meaningful or not. Let's find somebody who does. So, congratulations, short straw, if you will, for you, Mike. No. To be perfectly honest, that was accidental. I'm not taking credit for it. So, first of all, thank you very much for giving us the time. Tell me, are the numerical ratings? So Donald is a 99. Travis Kelce, tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, 99. How accurate? How realistic are those?
Realistic, I think, as close as you can get for a video game. They spend, what people don't know is the people who do the Madden ratings, they are at games every single week, every single year. And they are, like, people treat them as, like, this fun thing. Like, with the players, they're fun to talk about bragging rights and all that. But the people who are actually making these ratings, they want them to be as accurate as possible. So they're at games every year. They're at training camps. They're watching these players play. They're watching them run routes. They're watching them do drills, and they're working to see how they perform.
So are these football people, are these scouts, are these coaches who do that?
Kind of a mix. There's people, usually they all have some form of video game or football background. Okay. But then you actually do get the people who have experience playing in the NFL. Like, they've had Chad Johnson go out and watch these players to give input. They'll have these past players go in and whatnot and watch these teams to see how they play.
I mean, I guess we can trust Chad. Is he Chad Johnson or is he Chad Ochocinco? Do we know what his rating was at his best?
At his best, he was in the low 90s back in the late 2000s.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. All right, so was I accurate with the Aaron Donald thing that he now has the record for the most consecutive years of a perfect 99?
Yes, seven straight years, which just shows. I mean, it's only a video game again, but if he's that dominant in a video game, it just shows how dominant he is in real life. He's just ultimately one of the best defensive tackles, defensive players, maybe players, period, that we've ever seen. So he's getting recognized in both the real and virtual world.
Well, I mean, Mike Straw from Insider Gaming is joining us here on the Adam Gold Show. If the ratings are basically compiled, I'm sure there's a statistical formula for how you get to a 99 or a 94 or something like that. If the ratings are compiled by people who know the game, how long before players use it when they're arguing for a contract extension? Like Saquon Barkley, I believe, was a 93, right? When the quarterback ratings come out tomorrow and Daniel Jones is like an 84, can Saquon Barkley say, I'm a 93, he's an 84, and yet you gave him all the money?
I'd love to see a player try it. It'll never happen. I would assume a GM or whoever's handling the money will laugh it away. Because at most they're talked about to talk trash about between teammates. Like, I've seen things where there'll be players who make bets with each other and who's got the higher rating, loser buys food. Loser buys team dinner or whatever, position group. I don't think it would ever work in contract negotiations, though I'd love to watch it play out that way.
I mean, but again, it's kind of weird, but I don't know that the rankings look pretty correct to me. You watch these guys on the field, and The way that the ratings are compiled, maybe that the general public doesn't see everything that the experts, so-called experts, see, but they seem pretty accurate to me. Do we anticipate that Patrick Mahomes will be the number one quarterback when those rankings come out tomorrow?
Oh, 100%. If he's not, then maybe I'll take back everything I said about them knowing the game. It should be. He should be the number one quarterback. And then I probably would guess they'd put Joe Burrow as the number two quarterback.
Josh Allen coming off a little bit of an injury play. Do they take injuries into account or no?
Nah, not really. It depends on what it is. It depends. Like if he's out and he misses like 5 weeks,
yeah,
they're probably not gonna worry about it too much. But they rarely, if ever, take injuries into account unless they're like recurring, missing multiple seasons.
Well, let me clarify that. Mike Straw from Insider Gaming is joining us here. So Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers really in the same position. They both played basically every game last year, but they both played through injuries. So how does the game take into account that their performance was diminished because of that? Does it? Can it?
It depends. I think what they will look at is not only how they played with those injuries, but the severity of the injury. Okay. If they look into it, if anything, the injuries that occur hamper their injury rating, like how likely in the game they are to get hurt. If a player is constantly hurt all the time, their injury rating is going to be down. So, for example, with the Bills, I'll go with the Bills. Trey White coming off that ACL.
Okay,
his injury rating is in the upper 80s because he's coming off that injury. He never got fully 100% back. So they're going to realistically say he's not fully back. So we don't know how it's going to be.
Mike Straw, Insider Gaming, is joining us here on the Adam Gold Show. Quarterbacks again come out tomorrow. I'm fascinated to see what they say about Lamar Jackson, who, if you look at just opinion ratings, they have Jackson like in the bottom of the top 10. But a healthy Lamar Jackson, to me, is the fourth best quarterback in the league. What do you think that number will ultimately be for Lamar?
I think we look at low 90s. I think they maybe put him 92, 91, that area. Because I agree. I think he's a top 5 quarterback when healthy. He would be right up there with the Allen, the Burrow, the Mahomes. Not the Mahomes. The Mahomes is here. But that
right.
And I don't. But with the Allen, the Burrow, and then there's a healthy Lamar, who I think because of the injury issues, people have forgotten how good he is until you play him in Madden, and then you realize, no, he's still great.
Right. Do you anticipate Mahomes will be a 99?
Yeah, 100%.
Will there be another 90? There won't be another 99 at quarterback. If it's Burrow next, what do you figure his number is going to be?
97.
That's still pretty good, right?
I think Burrow, Allen, Mahomes will all be 95 and above, and then you have the next stage of like a Lamar, maybe a Jalen Hurts is up there, and Eagles fans will find ways to be mad about it.
Nice editorial comment about Eagles fans. Mike Straw from Insider Gaming is here on the Adam Gold Show. How much Madden do you play?
Too much, I'd say.
Is that really the proper answer? I mean, it's your job.
100%.
It's your job.
But then I take away from all these other games that I got to play. So, and write about and talk about. So there'll be times when I'll play too much. There'll be times when I won't touch it all. It all depends. But this year's game is shaping up to be, and I don't want to sound hyperbolic or anything like that, but it's shaping up to be one of the best in probably a good decade.
Do we anticipate that Josh Allen will be hurt because he's on the cover?
God, I hope not. Being up in Buffalo, I don't want to deal with that.
Oh, is that where you are?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I apologize for you. Oh. Well, it's not like you put him on the cover of Madden.
No, but it's a big deal here. It's a huge deal here.
Well, look, it's a big deal here. We have Wegman supermarkets down here in North Carolina, and you might as well be walking into a Bill store. They got Josh Allen. They got Josh Allen gear being sold in Wegmans down here. It is remarkable.
The question is, do they have Josh Jacks? Do they have his cereal?
Yes.
That's the
well,
big
they
question.
did. I don't know if they still do, but yes, I have seen boxes of the Josh Jacks. Are they good? I would never try it.
They taste like Applejack.
Oh, then there's nothing wrong with a good Applejack. Two more very quick things for you.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers will be what number, you think?
Because of his name, they're going to keep him, I think, in the low 90s, but I don't think he should be that high.
I'm not. I do not disagree with that at all. Now, this is away from Madden, real quick, and I know I didn't say I was going to ask you about the golf game for EA Sports. The visuals look amazing. Do they put as much work into the golf as they do into the football? That would be the only video game I think that I would play. I'm not a gamer, but if I was, and I used to love the Nintendo Wii because it was easy for non-gamers to play. You just wave a wand. But how authentic is the golf game?
Visually, it's incredible. You're hard pressed to find anything that looks that good. Gameplay wise, it's mediocre.
Okay.
It's a smaller team. It's their first golf game in 8 years. Much smaller team than Madden. It's got a nice foundation that they've been working on, but they got ways to go. There's a big, but it's nice for people like me and the gaming community. There's actually a competition between EA and 2K with their golf titles.
Oh, really?
So EA has all of the major championships and things like that. 2K has Tiger Woods.
Well, didn't EA used to have Tiger Woods?
Yep, and then they split years ago.
Right.
Then EA put their basket in Rory McIlroy at that time, and Tiger Woods hadn't been involved in a golf game. Then he signed on with 2K to help executive produce that series.
Tiger Woods is on it. We're all going to play that then. Mike Straw from Insider Gaming. Hey, thank you so much for doing this because I have no clue whether or not the stuff is, legit or not. I know how much people love it, and I'm not knocking that. So I appreciate your expertise in this.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You got it. It's Mike Straw from Insider Gaming.